Welcome back to BT Vancouver. It is 7:24 on this Friday morning. Time now to check in with Mike Eppel, News 1130's business editor. Good morning, Mike.
Hey, Mary, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing well, thank you very much. So, Mike, markets seeing a surge this morning on hopes for a reopening for the U.S. economy.
Yeah, it's the light at the end of the tunnel theory, I think, in this case, because what we're seeing is a reaction to headlines. Last night, there was the one that crossed the business wires about Gilead Science, which has an antiviral called remdesivir. Well, that was used during the MERS outbreak and the SARS outbreak, and they've tried it on some patients in Chicago who have COVID-19. And lo and behold, in an extremely small sample size, some of those patients recovered. Was it because of the antiviral? They need a lot more testing. But because there is promise to this and others that are in the pipeline right now, drugs that they're trying at other companies, we're just taking that as a positive for an investment standpoint. So all the pharmaceutical stocks are up today. Companies that are out of home, anything that was stay at home, Netflix, Amazon, they had hit records. Well, today they're down because if you can go outside at some point and enjoy the weather, then we're looking at airlines, banks, and tourism companies seeing a big pop this morning. And the Dow is up 500 points, TSX up a couple of hundred. Trump's talking about this restart to the U.S. economy. Okay. Just in the past few minutes, we've learned about the Canadian and U.S. border being shut down for another 30 days. So again, the timeline on this is still the big unknown, but investors are optimistic, I guess, in the early going this morning.
Oh, yeah, the 30-day extension, that was no surprise there. Yeah. Speaking of things going up, meat producers are now saying higher prices could be on the way. Just what we need, right?
Well, the problem is the supply chain. It's not that there's not a lot of livestock out there. It's getting it processed. So you've got production facilities in Alberta. Some of them shut down because some workers came down with COVID-19. Same thing in Ontario and in Quebec. So if you can't get the meat processed, then it's not going to go to the grocery stores. It's not going to go to restaurants. The demand from restaurants has obviously been down, as you might expect. They're closed, in many cases, just doing takeout. But nevertheless, anytime you have a supply chain disruption, then you're going to see some sort of activity related to this idea of, pricing. And the problem there is, we don't need that right now. We want to keep prices down. Again, let's wait and see. Sometimes we talk about things going up in price only to see them, because of competitive factors, staying where they are.
And one last thing, Mike, the Stars Group is now saying it saw record-breaking video gambling activity in March and into April.
What a shock. So you mean to tell me that people are at home, they can't go outside, so what are they going to do?
Playing poker online.
I know. Let's go online and gamble. So they're video poker and any of these gaming sites are seeing lots of activity. Alcohol sales are up, Mary. What? And cannabis sales, too. I can't imagine these things seeing more sales activity.
I guess we should have invested in marijuana when it became legal, hey?
Vices. Why wasn't I thinking? Missed it by that much.
No surprise there. All right. Thank you so much, Mike. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday.
Take it easy. Talk Monday.
7:27 now. We're going to take a break. We'll have more of your top stories coming up. You're watching BT.